mic on.
We'll go ahead and call the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri to be held on Monday, December 15th, 2025, 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers. Our invocation tonight will be from Associate Pastor Ron Daughhetee from the Temple Baptist Church. Please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay. Let's bow our heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day and the many blessings that you've given us, Lord. And once again, we thank you for this beautiful city that we have to live in and raise our families in. Lord, just be with each one of us as we make decisions for the city that will look to you for guidance. And we ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman Boyer. Councilwoman Horton.
Here.
Councilman Smith.
Here.
Councilman Massingham.
Here.
Councilman DePew.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson.
Here.
Mayor Cornman.
Here.
We have 6 present.
Item 5, disclosure of interest. Any member of the City Council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or with any matter discussed at a previous meeting. Seeing none. Item 6, our citizens' input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the City Council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda. We have David Davis, if you want to come on up. Go ahead and give your name and address for the record.
My name is David Davis. I live at 904 Kendall, Poplar Bluff, sir. Thank you. Again, my name is David Davis. I live at 904 Kendall, Poplar Bluff, Missouri, 63901. My complaint is Bob Real Estate property at 905 Kendall, Poplar Bluff, Missouri. I've been living in that area for about 8 years now. Seeing a lot of problems with it that we're supposed to be living in the city limits. I call it the junkyard. So I don't know what else anybody else calls it, but I have complained several times to the code enforcement about it. I see a little bit change, but I think we all need to contact Bob Sutton about the property and see what he can't do to maintain the property of 905 Kendall, to keep it cleaner in the yard and etc. And I am a homeowner of 904 Kendall. Deed is in hand. So I believe the whole neighborhood would be a lot nicer if that property was cleaned up. And the last time I was here, we had talked about Greg West properties. And we should have the same exact authority on Bob Real Estate like we have Greg West. So, back to the City Council, would like to get input on that about the Bob Sutton Real Estate. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 7, our consent agenda. The items on the consent agenda are approved by a single action of the City Council. If any council member would like to have an item removed from the consent agenda and considered separately, he or she may request to do so.
Mr. Mayor, we received in our packets all of the items listed below. And with that being said, I move that we accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, workshop items for discussion. Item A, the City Council will consider an amendment to the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 120, Personnel Regulations, Article 1 in general, Section 120.330, Holidays Enumerated. Our Assistant City Manager, Lori Phelps, to present.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a national holiday, a federal holiday. We've not recognized it before. This has been brought to us in all of the union agreements that we're currently negotiating. The county and the state do observe it as well. This would just bring us in line with them.
I'll make a motion to pass this to the December 23rd voting session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item B, the City Council will consider entering into a collective bargaining agreement with the International Firefighters Union Local 2543 for employees of the Poplar Bluff Fire Department. Assistant City Manager Lori Phelps.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll just go over a few of the highlights in the changes. One, it's going to be amended to reflect the current biweekly pay period. There are raises of 5% per year for each of the 3 years of the contract. Juneteenth added as a holiday. An increase in the uniform allowance. Max comp time of 480 hours per FLSA. Mental health will be covered using sick leave. There's a few other smaller items. Those are the high points. We do have union representatives here tonight if you all have any questions or if they'd like to come up and say anything.
Good evening. Josh Bueller, President for the Local 2543 local union. Good to see the council, Mayor. We appreciate your time reviewing this contract. We've been working in the past with our previous city manager, current. If you have any questions regarding this, we'd be happy to kind of cover that. Some of the things like Ms. Phelps had stated about the clothing allowance, we have always had a reflection to kind of keep up with a little bit of cost of living increase. It usually increases only 3% every year to keep up with our clothing for our uniforms, duty boots, and so forth. But we met previously with the city manager regarding our contract, came to a great agreement. We just really appreciate the city supporting.
Sir, could you move a little closer to the mic?
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Is that a little better?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just appreciate the city supporting us, especially the department, the union side, moving forward with this contract. If you guys have any questions at all, I'd be happy to help you and answer those questions to the best of our ability.
Any questions for Mr. Bueller?
I don't have any.
Thank
All right,
you all.
appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thank
it. Thank you.
I make a motion this be moved to the voting session to be held December the 23rd.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the City Council will consider a collective bargaining agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, for employees of the Poplar Bluff Street, Motor Pool, and Cemetery Departments. City Manager Lori Phelps to present.
Thank you, Mayor. Same as with the fire department. I'll just hit the high points here. Additional $1 per hour for all foreman classifications. They've requested a $1.50 per hour raise for 2026 plus 5% for each year, 3 years. Increase in the uniform allowance, adding Juneteenth to the holidays, a small change in the meal reimbursement, and they were one department that had stayed being paid weekly because it was in their union agreement. They have agreed to go bi-weekly in exchange for us removing the 1% that we charge on their union dues. I've got Street Superintendent Jerry Lawson here. He was in on those negotiations. If you have any questions, or Jerry, if you'd like to say anything.
Any questions for Jerry from the council?
Who said it?
The employee.
Who was that? Are you with the street department?
No, I'm a taxpayer that drives these streets and they're terrible. So why don't we give them a raise before we fix our streets?
If you didn't fill out a citizen's input, I'll give you a few minutes up here if you want to come on up, but I'm not going to listen to you from back there. I can't hear you.
This is the second time I've done this, so bear with me, folks.
Just come on up without one. Tell me your name and your address. Set the time.
My name's Joseph Dial. I live at 602 Don Street here in Poplar Bluff. And I bought my house about 2 years ago in this city. Along with this gentleman here and his complaints, I have the same kind of complaints. There's what I would call a homeless hut right down the road. I've come to the city council or to the city multiple times about it because the police say it's code enforcement. Code enforcement says it's the police. Ain't nobody got their P's and Q's together, and we're just trying to figure out things. And I don't understand why we're talking about raises when our streets are terrible. I go around and I pick up nuts and bolts and screws and nails all the time, and I can bring you a cooler completely full just this year alone of stuff that we've picked up. And I don't think they need a raise. I think they need to clean up the streets better. Thanks.
Now to entertain a motion.
I make a motion to be moved to the voting session be held December 23rd.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item D, the City Council will consider a request from the Planning and Zoning Commission to approve a conditional use permit for a tattoo parlor in a CX3 Central Commercial Mixed-Use District located at 109 South Broadway. The applicant is Whitney Taylor. City Planner James Sisk to present.
As you said, Planning and Zoning has passed this on. The tattoo parlor is an allowable business in the downtown CX3 zoning. It does take a conditional use. It is, for the location, it is a fitting business. It just takes this conditional use to operate in that zoning.
Any questions for James?
I didn't hear him in the mic, so I don't know.
It was pretty muted. I didn't hear a lot of
All
that.
right. Basically, it takes a conditional use to open a tattoo parlor in the downtown CX3 zoning, and planning. Thank you, sir.
Right now. Get him.
Choke it to death. Do it like Taylor Swift. I wouldn't know how that works.
Don't do it like that. Just
Don't sing for us, though.
Okay, one more time. A tattoo parlor is an allowable business in the downtown CX3 district. It takes a conditional use to get there. As you can see, Planning and Zoning has passed that along. They're fine with it. The staff report is to approve this request.
I'll make a motion to send it to tonight's voting session.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item E, the City Council will consider a request from the Planning and Zoning Commission to approve a conditional use permit for a daycare facility in an RD1 duplex residential district located at 500 North Main Street. The applicant is Addison Asher. Mr. Sisk?
Try to be a little more clear with this one.
Okay.
500 North Main, if you're not familiar, is the Methodist Church. It has previously had daycares and schools in it. It's well suited to the use. And like the other, it takes conditional use to operate that in that particular area. And Planning and Zoning has seen fit to send it on for approval.
I make a motion to move it to the voting session to be held tonight.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item F, the City Council will consider the proposed fiscal year 2026 budget for the City of Poplar Bluff and municipal utilities. City Manager Lori Phelps.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I'd like to thank our department heads and employees for their input and help on the budget. It takes all of us pitching in to get the document together to present to the council. You all received the budget on Friday. I know it's a lot of information to absorb in a short amount of time. We'll be having another council meeting on the 23rd to further discuss the budget if needed and to vote on it as well. We have to have it passed by December 31st. Sales tax for 2025 was only up about $7,000 from 2024. So I have prepared a conservative budget with a slight estimated increase in our 1 cent sales tax, which covers about 45% of our general fund revenues. Our health insurance fund continues to be an area of concern with our rates increasing in 2026 by 15%, 6% of which we are passing to our employees. Our claims continue to rise yearly, and since we are self-insured, this affects our bottom line significantly. Last year, we didn't have firm numbers on property and casualty insurance at the time that the budget was put together and voted on. I'm sure everyone's aware this industry has the rates have risen astronomically across the country. Last year, we budgeted $850,000 for work comp and property and casualty. This year, we're looking at almost $700,000 for property and casualty and about $425,000 for work comp. So that's quite a bit of an increase versus what was budgeted last year. Just a few things in our capital budget I'll touch on. We have to make another interest and principal payment on the police station. That amounts to about $791,000. We have $300,000 in fire's capital budget for, in addition to Station 2. We had that in the budget for this year, but we weren't able to get it done. Cemetery department is asking for some mowers. We've got about $55,000 in there for that. $20,000 in animal control for building improvements. I don't know if anybody's been out there, but that building is in desperate need of some help. The street department building, same thing. Their windows and stuff need replaced, and just some various upkeep that they haven't been able to do over the years. Something I didn't put in the budget, but I do have to add in, is our in-kind work for the Delta Regional Authority grant for the Butson Drive improvements down in the industrial park. That'll be about $219,000, but that is in-kind work. So I didn't put any raises in the budget. I know that they were negotiated in the union contracts that we discussed a little bit earlier, and I know that 5% across the board have been discussed for all employees. To make this happen, we're going to have to cut expenses elsewhere significantly. I did budget to make an interest and partial principal payment in the amount of almost $800,000 on the bridge loan that we obtained this year relative to expenses incurred by the tornado. An option would be to make an interest and principal payment of about $395,000. That would free up about $400,000 that would be needed for a 5% raise across the board, including fringe. This budget is an educated guess. You never know what's going to happen year to year on the revenue side or the expense side. Our department heads are here. They're ready to answer any questions about their specific budgets. I'll be happy to answer any questions. And of course, this is a working document, and we can make changes and adjust at the pleasure of the council.
I do have one question. I know at one time the park department owed the general fund $200,000 or approximately that for some insurance for several years ago. Have we received any of that? Or?
They do pay on that, but there is an
okay.
outstanding balance, but I don't have that exact number.
Okay, I just want to make sure
But I
they
can
were
get
paying
it.
on it, so. It would be nice to be able to put, a figure in there as some revenue coming in, and realize they'd have to put some expenditure on their side of the budget, but.
I can work on that. I can get planning. I can get with Tanya in the morning and see what we can do on that.
I wasn't talking about the whole amount in one year, but it's spread over several years. That
Yeah.
ease it up on them, so.
Any other questions for Lori?
I make a motion to move this to the voting session to be held December the 23rd.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9 are action required items. AA, Bill number 8659. City Council will take action on an ordinance entering into a recovery agreement with Pearl Self-Insured Health Insurance Plan.
Make a motion for first reading.
All in favor?
The mayor of the city. Potential discussion.
3659.
An ordinance authorizing the agreement with Pearl Logic LLC to pursue potential recovery of pharmaceutical drug payments made by the city of Poplar Bluff on behalf of its employees and dependents.
Make a motion for adoption.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Bill number 8659 has been adopted. BB, Bill number 8660, the City Council will take action on an ordinance adding section 210.1805, possession of marijuana under 21 years of age, to Article 11, offenses concerning drugs of the Code of Ordinances.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8660.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Article 11, by adding Section 210.1805 relating to possession of marijuana by minors.
Motion for second reading.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Article 11, by adding Section 210.1805 relating to possession of marijuana by minors.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8660.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Bill number 8660 has been adopted. CC, Bill number 8661, the City Council will take action on an ordinance approving a conditional use permit for a tattoo parlor located at 109 South Broadway.
Make a motion for first reading of bill number 8661.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance granting a conditional use permit to Whitney Taylor to operate a tattoo shop in a CX3 Central Commercial Mixed Use Zone at 109 South Broadway in Poplar Bluff.
Motion for second reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance granting a conditional use permit to Whitney Taylor to operate a tattoo shop in a CX3 Central Commercial Mixed Use Zone at 109 South Broadway in Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8661.
Second.
Are there any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Bill number 8661 has been adopted. DD, Bill number 8662, the City Council will take action on an ordinance approving a conditional use permit for a daycare facility located at 500 North Main Street.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8662.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance granting a conditional use permit to Addison Asher for the operation of a daycare center at 500 North Main Street in Poplar Bluff.
Motion for second reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance granting a conditional use permit to Addison Asher for the operation of a daycare center at 500 North Main Street in Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8662.
Second.
Are there any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Bill number 8662 has been adopted. Item 10, our City Manager's Report. Assistant City Manager Lori Phelps.
I don't have anything else tonight, Mayor, except I'd like to encourage everyone to shop local this holiday season. Support your local businesses.
Okay. Before we adjourn, anybody want to add anything tonight?
Just want to thank all the department heads for being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
The job they do all year long. I appreciate it.
All right, well, that being said, there's no further business to come before the council. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
There's Miss Carolyn right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.